Go ahead.
I was going to say, with all that said, where's Carmelo going?
I don't know where Carmelo's going. I mean, and it's going to bring us on to the whole topic of the fucking Heat and will they stay together. But I don't know. I think Carmelo, I don't know, maybe Chicago. I think Chicago could use him. I mean, to me,
I don't think there's a lot of teams in the NBA that couldn't use Carmelo. I just think there's a lot of teams who are looking at Carmelo and be like, I don't want you. He does not. You want to talk about a player who doesn't fit into a system? No one runs an NBA system that Carmelo fits into.
No, because he's just fucking a ball hog.
He's a black hole, dude. The ball goes to him and it never comes back.
Yeah, and Carmelo's a forward, right?
Yeah, he's like a 3-4, but he plays more 3 than he does 4. He could play 2 as much as he hoists. I don't know if he could defend many 2s. I think his defense is underrated. I think he can play defense when he feels like it. Right. That's why I don't think him playing with LeBron ever will be a good thing, because LeBron really pushes his guys to play defense. Like one of the statistics is the Heat's defense in the last 4 minutes of a game was like just absolutely stifling this season. But
it was terrible. I mean, it was. I mean, it's the Heat had so many holes, and I mean, honestly, people are going to crucify me for saying this. I thought, and you can never say this because the Heat won the championship last year, but I felt like last year, man, that's where the Spurs beat themselves.
Yeah, they got lucky last year.
They got, I felt like they were the better team last year, but they fucking let it slip through their fingers, and I think that's why they came out so confident and got it done so easily this year. And I think the players knew that. I think they really thought probably to themselves, we're the better team.
Now with all that, if you're LeBron James tomorrow, what's your plan? What are you doing?
I'm going to tell you what. So many people have asked me this, and I'm going to tell you what. If I'm LeBron James, it's a simple thing for me. I am not going anywhere. And if I'm Carmelo Anthony, I'm going to Miami. This is why. It has to do with one fucking person, okay? And it's fucking Pat Riley. Pat Riley comes from that Lakers mentality back when he coached them and stuff. He's about building dynasties. Like that's what he dealt with in LA. You know what I'm saying? He is the best thing for the Heat organization. Is having a fucking GM that is aggressive and is going to do anything to fucking win. And that's Pat Riley. That's why it's so good. Shit, Pat Riley said, fuck it, shit's not working. I'll fucking come down and coach the team and fucking win a championship in 2005. He is a fucking winner. And being with the GM, that guy is going to go out and get the pieces. If he can get Melo and say, look, you know what? If you're coming to fucking Miami, you better settle the fuck down, and then get somebody who's fucking nasty that can play defense and run the point, because Mario Chalmers is up. He can forget about it. They're going to re-sign that guy for what?
I'm with you.
Know what I mean? I mean, he's good.
I'm looking at Bledsoe being a free agent, and I'm like, if this kid will come to Miami, take a little bit less money. Chalmers has got to go. The big three have got to all opt out and decide to re-sign. So if I'm them, I go ahead and opt out. Go ahead early, opt out. Sit down, have a conversation with Melo, see what's going to go on, see if he'll come. As for tarnishing people's careers, I mean, that's just, in my opinion, ignorant. There's not one NBA player that's ever won a championship by himself. Larry Bird didn't do it. Magic didn't do it. Kareem didn't do it. Russell Wilson, none of them. Not one. Jordan didn't do it. There's not one player who's ever won an NBA title by themselves.
No, Jordan never did it without Pippen. Pippen never did it without Jordan.
Right. Dwayne Wade is a shell of his former self. They need a point guard and a legitimate guy who can step up and score when LeBron needs a break or needs to be. I mean, dude, look at the minutes he's played. It's ridiculous for people to beat up LeBron this season. I mean, there's nothing more humanly possible that guy could have done on the basketball court this year.
Nope. It reminds me of like LeBron. It reminds me kind of like the days with fucking the Utah Jazz with Carmelo and Stockton. I mean, Stockton could run the point good, but other than Stockton, they didn't have a lot of real good people. I mean, they just didn't show up.
It was
Stockton,
Hornacek, Ostertag, and Karl Malone. Ugh.
Yeah. And the same thing happened with Charles Barkley. People want to criticize Charles Barkley for not winning a championship. When did Charles Barkley ever have depth on a team?
When he went to go play with the Rockets?
Right. I mean,
and that didn't work out well. And I still don't. They might not have had depth. They had a nasty starting five, but that was about it. And that didn't work out well either.
Yeah, I mean it's just fucking hard to do. I mean, I would. If I was them, as much as I'd hate to say it, because obviously I want to see the Lakers try to get one of these studs to come play with them, and and get a good fucking coach that can maybe lure him in. That's what it's going to take. I think the Lakers still have not hired a coach because also from what you said earlier, George, before we turned on the camera, it's like, there's this rumor floating around that that LeBron would love to play for Mark Jackson.
And right now he's playing for ESPN.
And he's playing for ESPN. Now, all of a sudden, let's suppose the Buss family decides to say, hey, you know what? Well, let's sit down with everybody. You know what I mean? And build around this guy. Hey, let's get Kobe in the mix. I mean, it is going to take, and I'll say Mitch Kupchak is a GM that's very similar to Pat Riley. He's good. It's going to take that time. You've got to have a GM that is fucking aggressive as shit.
Yep.
And Pat Riley's like, huh?
I said, yep.